Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead, where we like our harvests abundant. Check out this wall behind me. Except for 4 of these fish, the other 26 were all caught last week, and we caught another 2 today. There's 30 gar behind me, and we've just been really enjoying this because this is our top target species. This is where we like to get our food when it comes to fish. We like the gar, we like the carp, and we do amazing at it. We're just trying to get better all the time. I had to fire up that smokehouse because we recently culled some of our meat chickens, and we like making chicken soup. Like using the meat, but then also the bones, making a nice broth, making some chicken soup. I'll tell you what though, chicken soup made with smoked chicken is absolutely amazing. Even if we just enjoyed the smoked chicken and then use the smoked chicken carcasses to make the broth, it takes that soup to another level. We just ate it last night, was just some regular chicken soup, and I said, darling, this soup is amazing. The only thing that can make it better is if it was smoked. So that smokehouse took priority because I wanted that up and running before I tackled my root cellar and storm shelter project. I was originally going to build the smoker as part of our outdoor kitchen, which is going to be on top of the root cellar. So between my home and my garden is where I'm building this root cellar and storm shelter and outdoor kitchen. And then the compost is kind of next to that, and the animals are right there too. So we'll grab things from the garden, bring them back, process them, put them in the root cellar, and then be able to grab them out and put them in the house, and it'll just kind of this nice ebb and flow, a function of it. And the cool thing too is with having the outdoor kitchen right above the root cellar, it just works really well. I know some friends, I did a video once on theirs, where right next to their root cellar is their outdoor kitchen. I mean, mine's gonna be a little closer, but I love that setup of being able to process things outside. Even now, it's hot. I'm sweating just standing here. It's shorts and t-shirt weather. I don't want to be cooking this chicken in the house right now. I'm gonna smoke it on this fire outside. The house can stay nice and cool. I'm not sure if you can hear the AC running in the background. But it has come time for me now to start really putting things into overdrive when it comes to my root cellar and storm shelter. The other year I had 3 top priorities. It was to put in my fireplace, my wood stove inside the house, and I did that. Then, I think it was earlier this year, I built the lean-to off of my shipping container. That was another one of my top 3 priorities. Then it was the root cellar. And before I finished this root cellar, I wanted to knock out this smokehouse. When I realized it wasn't going to be part of the outdoor kitchen, I'm like, well, I can just throw that up and enjoy some good food while I'm working on it. I like that. And I was also really inspired because we went over to Peace of the Ozarks, saw theirs, and was like, you know what? It just changed my mind as far as processing how a smokehouse is going to work. And I said, wow, let me put one of these up quick. And then I decided to tackle my mini barn too, which I started building in 2018. But it sat there functional, but not finished for a long time. So now that that is finally done, I just finished it Friday, actually. This is Sunday when I'm recording this. Now it's time to start that root cellar and really focus on this project. And I'm really looking forward to it. Let's check out what we got. What we got right now is a huge pile of resources and a mess. And I've got to start up by kind of cleaning up some of this mess, inventorying some things, and seeing what's going on here. This is what it currently looks like. Pile of haphazard boards, another pile of boards, other boards, stairwell with leaf litter in it. Here's my big hole in here. And this is part of just this intensive support system for the lid. You know what? Let me back up a moment and take you down a walk down memory lane. Years ago, I began to dig a hole, but my plan was not just to have a hole in the ground. variety of tools behind me. On the bright side, at least it's cool down here. Not like up where the kids are, where it's still nice and hot. But we got this thing pretty good. Right now, just working on leveling it. So there was a big hump here in the middle where the backhoe wouldn't reach exactly. By the time I got there, there was a hump there. And this is kind of the high point. That's kind of the low point. So I'm just trying to shift it around right now, get it to be wherever it needs to be. I can pour the floor, maybe that's how they do this, pour the floor first. And then frame in the outside. And then, yeah, concrete. So it's so nice and cool down here already. And all we are is just, you know, down 8 feet in the dirt. And this is the part by hand too, where I'm glad I didn't dig the whole thing by hand, but if I would have been digging by hand, I wouldn't have dug 4 feet past in some spots. Just wouldn't have happened. Once I had things the way I wanted to, where it would fit my ICFs, I began to stack these things like Legos and put together my insulated concrete forms. When they were in place, it became time to fill this thing with concrete inside the insulated concrete forms and to pour the floor. Because it had taken me some years to kind of even get this project going, it gave me time to rethink a couple things and to come up with a better plan than I originally had, and that made me cut a hole in the wall of this thing. Once the hole was in the wall, it came time to build my stairwell and make the walls for that. And that brings me to where we're at today. So what I want to do is I want to frame in the whole pad that I'm going to have. And it's going to extend up to over here, okay? And it's going to be past it on every side. And then it's going to cover this. And I'm going to be putting probably about 6 inches of concrete on top of here, which is why you see me investing so much effort and energy in a support system. Once that's in place, I'm going to put down some plywood. I'll put some diesel probably on the plywood so that way it doesn't stick. I'll have a couple vents in here, and I'm going to frame in the outside with my boards and then put a very intense rebar kind of grid down over the top of it. I've got these running down into the concrete and then they're going to go span across, but I've also got a pile of rebar over here. Here's a couple loose ones, and there's more. Man, look at it, it's just growing up over this stuff. Here's more there, a whole bunch of rebar. And then I've got all these posts I've been working on. And in fact, the children have helped quite a bit with this too. Yeah, so these are going to be dropped around that thing. They're going to form our walls. I'm going to be taking that rock supply there, making some rock wall slip forms. I've got it all planned out. I just need to kick it into overdrive and do it. This is kind of the introductory video into coming back onto this project, bringing you up to speed, and then charging forward from there. So that's where we're at, guys. This is what I'm working on, and we'll see how it goes. I plan on actually accomplishing this thing in the very near future though, and giving myself a reward, my family reward, once we get that lid poured. I think we're either gonna zip up to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky from Answers in Genesis, or maybe down to the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know. we're gonna do something to celebrate though, and then we're gonna move forward from there. So we'll see you next time. Give us some encouragement, please. It's been years. I've had a lot of discouragement on this project, but the time has come. So feel free to leave some encouragement down below. I'll see you next time. Papa out.